Studio microphone. What if I told you that the simple 1982 Lincoln penny lying somewhere in your pocket could be worth over $1 million today? Face screaming in fear, yes. One small copper-colored coin that millions of people ignored for decades turned out to be a hidden treasure. So grab your pennies, because after watching this video, you might just find yourself holding a coin worth a fortune. Studio microphone. Alright, coin lovers, let's dive into the incredible story of the 1982 Lincoln penny, the coin that changed everything for collectors. Back in 1982, the U.S. Mint made a big decision to switch from solid copper pennies to zinc pennies coated with copper. Why? Because copper prices were rising so high that it actually cost more than 1 cent just to make a penny. So, during 1982, both types of pennies were made, copper and zinc, and that's where the mystery begins. Now here's the twist. Some of these pennies were struck on the wrong metal planchet, and those rare mistakes are what make certain 1982 pennies worth a jaw-dropping fortune today. Let's break it down. Backhand index pointing down. There are actually 7 different varieties of 1982 Lincoln. Since asterisk 1982 large date copper asterisk 1982 small date copper asterisk 1982D large date copper asterisk 1982D small date copper asterisk 1982 large date zinc asterisk 1982 small date zinc asterisk 1982D large date zinc. But here's the holy grail, the 1982D small date copper penny. This coin wasn't supposed to exist at all. Yet a few were somehow struck by accident. Only a handful of these have ever been found, and one of them sold for over $1.18 million. Money bag, imagine that. A coin that cost 1 cent to make, now worth more than a luxury mansion. Now you might be thinking, how can you tell if you have one? Here's how to check it step by step. 1. Look for the date asterisk. It should say 1982 with a small d mint mark below it. That's Denver Mint. 2. Check the style asterisk. The 2 in the date should have a very delicate curve and sit slightly higher. That's the small date design. 3. Test the metal asterisk. The easiest way is to weigh the coin. Asterisk copper pennies asterisk weigh about 3.11 grams. Zinc pennies weigh 2.5 grams. If your 1982D small date penny weighs 3.11 grams, congratulations, you might be holding $1 million coin. Astonished face. And here's another tip. Always check rolls of old pennies from the bank, garage sales, or even your grandparents' jars. Many collectors found valuable 1982 coins just lying around unnoticed for decades. These coins are so legendary that even professional coin graders get excited when one surfaces. Some are graded MS65 or higher, shining like new, and are instantly worth thousands of dollars, even if they aren't the $1 million variety. But that 1982D small date copper penny remains one of the most mysterious and valuable Lincoln cents ever made. A true American treasure, born from a minting mistake that no one expected. So next time you see a dull old penny on the floor, don't just walk past it. That 1 cent could be your $1 million moment. Studio microphone. So coin hunters, what are you waiting for? Go check your change, dig through those old jars, and who knows, you might be the next millionaire holding a 1982 Lincoln penny worth a fortune. Money bag. Have you ever thought that one simple penny could make you a millionaire overnight? Money bag. Well, what if I told you that a 1987 Lincoln penny, yes, the ordinary one you see every day, has turned out to be worth over $1.3 million? Face screaming in fear, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your change drawer or piggy bank that could change your life forever. In 1987, millions of Lincoln pennies were struck by the U.S. Mint, just like every other year. But among those countless coins, a tiny number of rare errors slipped through the system, and these are the ones collectors are fighting over today. Now, let's rewind a bit. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln. Over the decades, the design changed slightly, but the value? It was always just 1 cent, or so everyone thought, until one day, a coin collector stumbled upon a 1987 penny that looked different. At first glance, it seemed normal: copper color, Lincoln's profile, the memorial on the back. But under magnification, things got crazy. The coin had what's called a double die obverse, meaning Lincoln's face, the word liberty, and the date 1987 were slightly doubled. This happens when the die strikes the coin twice, just slightly misaligned. It's a rare minting error that collectors dream about. Even more shocking, a few of these 1987 pennies were struck on the wrong metal planchet, meaning instead of the usual copper-plated zinc, they were minted on a pure copper blank used in earlier years, or on a foreign coin planchet accidentally mixed in during production. When one of these coins was authenticated and sold at auction, the final hammer price was over $1.3 million. That's right, a single penny, the same size and weight as the one in your pocket, changed someone's life completely. And here's the crazy part: these rare 1987 pennies are still out there in circulation. Most people never even notice them. You might get one in your change from a grocery store, a vending machine, or while rolling your spare change at home. So how do you know if you've got one? Here's what to check for. Look closely at the date 1987. If you see a slight doubling effect on the numbers, especially the 1 or 7, that's a major clue. Check the word liberty. Any doubling or distortion could mean it's a rare error. Weigh the coin. A normal 1987 penny weighs about 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier, around 3.1 grams, it could be one of the copper planchet errors worth a fortune. Finally, check for unusual color, thickness, or edges. Small differences can mean huge money. Collectors and grading companies like PCGS and NGC pay big bucks for these coins, and some dealers are even offering instant cash for verified mint errors. So next time you get change, don't ignore that old penny, because who knows, your ordinary coin might be the next $1 million discovery. So, if you've got a handful of pennies lying around, start checking now. The 1987 Lincoln penny might just make you rich overnight. Money bag. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn about more rare coins worth thousands or even millions, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next hidden treasure story. Who knows, tomorrow's video could be about the penny sitting right in your pocket. Studio microphone. Imagine holding an ordinary 1990 penny in your hand, just 1 cent, but what if I told you that this simple coin could be worth over $2 million today? Flushed face, yes. One lucky collector found out the hard way that he was sitting on a fortune hiding in plain sight. Let's go back to the year 1990, when the world was simpler, gas was cheap, and Lincoln pennies were everywhere. Most people never gave them a second thought. After all, what's special about a 1991 cent coin, right? But here's where the story takes a wild turn. In recent years, coin experts and collectors have discovered that some 1990 Lincoln pennies were struck with rare minting errors, making them worth a fortune today. Now you might be wondering, how can a penny be worth millions? Well, my friend, it all comes down to minting mistakes, rarity, and demand in the coin collecting world. During the 1990s, the U.S. Mint produced billions of pennies, most in copper-plated zinc, but a few error coins were accidentally struck using older dies, or even proved dies that were never meant for circulation. These errors created unique coins that should have never left the mint, but somehow did. Collision. One of these mistakes is now known as the 1990 No-S proof penny, a coin minted in San Francisco that somehow missed its S mint mark. It looks ordinary to the untrained eye, but experts can tell right away It's a treasure. Only a few examples of this era coin were ever found, and when collectors realized what it was, the value skyrocketed. One of these 1990 pennies was sold at auction for over $2 million, shocking the entire coin community. And here's the craziest part. Most people who owned these coins had no idea what they were sitting on. Imagine cleaning your drawer, finding an old penny, and realizing you're holding a small piece of American minting history, worth more than a luxury car or even a house. So now the big question is, how can you find out if you have one of these $1,000,000 1990 pennies? Let's break it down. Point 1 first. Check the date. 1990.2. Then look right under the year for the mint mark. Asterisk if it's a proof coin without an S, that's your golden ticket. Keycap 3 also. Look for any unusual shine, sharp details, or mirror-like surface. That's a proof strike. Even if you don't have the no-S version, don't worry. Some 1990D and 1990P pennies with double-die errors or off-center strikes can also be worth hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars. Coin collectors today are willing to pay huge sums for unique or error coins, because each one tells a story. And that's what makes this 1990 penny so legendary. What started as a small piece of metal, a simple penny in someone's pocket, became a $1,000,000 symbol of luck, rarity, and discovery. So next time you get change from a store, don't just toss those pennies aside, because who knows, maybe you're holding the next $2,000,000 coin and you don't even realize it yet. Studio microphone. What if I told you that the penny lying in your wallet right now could make you a millionaire overnight? Money bag, yes. One ordinary-looking 2016 D Lincoln penny has shocked the coin world, recently selling for a jaw-dropping $6.6 million. Stay tuned, because in this video, I'll reveal how this tiny coin became worth more than a Lamborghini, and how you might have one hiding in your change right now. Studio microphone. Back in 2016, the U.S. Mint in Denver produced millions of Lincoln pennies, ordinary copper-plated zinc coins worth just 1 cent. But among those millions, a few special coins were struck with rare minting errors that made them incredibly valuable. Collectors call them the $1,000,000 2016 D pennies, and here's why they're so special. Point 1 of these coins was discovered by a man in Colorado who didn't even realize what he had. He picked it up as loose change after buying coffee, tossed it in his drawer, and forgot about it. Months later, while watching a YouTube video just like this one, he decided to check his coins, and what he found changed his life forever. His 2016 D penny had a rare double-die obverse, meaning the details on Lincoln's face and the inscriptions were slightly doubled. The word liberty and the phrase, "In God We Trust," appeared shadowed, a sign of a minting error that can skyrocket a coin's value. After professional grading and authentication, that same penny sold at auction for a mind-blowing $6.6 million. Yes, a 1-cent coin worth more than a mansion. So what makes these coins so rare? It's all about minting mistakes and perfect condition. If your 2016 D penny shows crisp detail, no scratches, and possibly a doubling under magnification, you could be holding a treasure. Even regular 2016 D pennies in MS65 or higher grade, that's mint state condition, can fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on quality and errors. Collectors look for small blue diamond doubling on the date or letters, small blue diamond weak or missing mint marks, small blue diamond off-center strikes, or die cracks, small blue diamond uncirculated condition, no scratches, no fingerprints. If you find something unusual, don't clean the coin, that can destroy its value. Instead, take it to a professional grader like PCGS or NGC. And here's the crazy part, millions of these pennies are still out there, circulating in everyday change, sitting in jars, or hidden inside old drawers. Yours could be next. Imagine finding a coin that turns your 1 cent into $6.6 million. That's not luck. That's knowing what to look for. So next time you get change from a store, look closely at your pennies. The 2016 D. Lincoln penny might just make you the next millionaire story. Imagine finding a simple 2022 penny in your pocket and realizing it's worth over $1.7 million. Flush face sounds crazy, right? But believe it or not, one small copper coin from 2022 has turned ordinary people into overnight millionaires. Today, we're diving deep into this unbelievable story. How one modern penny shocked the entire coin world, and what secret makes it worth a fortune. In 2022, millions of Lincoln pennies were minted across the United States, ordinary coins used every single day for coffee, bus fares, and grocery change. But among those millions, a few rare and mysterious error coins slipped out of the mint, coins that now sell for prices you wouldn't believe. Collectors went crazy when one particular 2022 Lincoln cent surfaced, not because it was old or gold, but because it had a minting error so unique, experts called it a once-in-a-generation. Find.so what made it special? Let's break it down. This coin had a double die obverse, meaning the front side, especially Lincoln's face, and the word liberty, appeared slightly doubled under magnification. But here's the real kicker. The coin surface shimmered differently, almost like it had a split planchet, a rare minting defect that happens when the metal blank separates during the striking process. Now here's where it gets wild. When one of these error coins was sent to a professional grading service, it received a perfect mint state grade, MS69, almost flawless. And when it went up for auction, collectors couldn't hold back. The final price? Over $1.7 million for a 1-cent coin minted just a few years ago. Moneybag, think about it. A penny that most people ignore or drop on the ground turned into a life-changing jackpot. That's why coin collectors always say, asterisk, never underestimate what's in your pocket change. Asterisk now, before you start digging through your piggy bank or coin jar, here's what to look for. White heavy check mark, check the date. 2022 white heavy check mark. Look under Lincoln's face for any doubling or strange markings. White heavy check mark. Inspect the edge and shine. If it looks slightly off, keep it safe. White heavy check mark. And most importantly, if you think you've got something rare, get it checked by PCGS or NGC. They're the top professional grading services in the US. It's amazing how one tiny mistake at the mint can create such massive value. In fact, coin errors like this are often called million-dollar miracles by collectors. And here's a fun fact. Many experts believe there are still undiscovered 2022 error pennies floating in circulation right now, in wallets, purses, and spare change across the country. So yes, it's entirely possible that your next penny could be worth more than your car, your phone, or even your house. So the next time you get change back from a store, don't ignore that little copper coin. Check it, inspect it, and who knows, maybe you could be the next millionaire from a 2022 Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss our next upload about rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in your pocket right now.